Welcome to another episode. Gas Network presents sports for the culture.
I'm here with the family.
Price, XXV, Double I,
Rome,
D-Melo,
Gruff Lion.
T-Boogie, man.
Just the greatest sports show on the planet. La Familia. Hope y'all ready for a ride.
can't wait to hear what you guys got to say.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a great start of a great show. And today is episode 55. And I want to start off by saying I want to apologize to absolutely nobody because today is my birthday and I'm having a great day so far. You mans feel lovely, feel great. And let's start the show off. And let me introduce you to my boy to my bottom right.
Hey, first off, man, happy birthday to my boy G, man. It feels good to be back on the show, man. I had 2 weeks off. We're talking NBA playing tournament, playoffs, man. I'm hyped, man. Let's get into it.
See, he said 2 weeks off, and it wasn't for COVID. He did what my boy to the top right over. He say,
Hey, man. T-Boogie, man. Y'all know what it is with me. Wash your hands. Wash your ass. Hey, shout out to G, man. Happy birthday, bro. And shout out to Rome too, man. 2 weeks off, man. You got a better agent than me.
Looking like Kyrie down there, but to a top left.
What up? Scruff Lion, GoodAssSports. Actually, the lion has shaved the mane. You feel me? I'm feeling brand new. I was just telling the fellas how I'm trying to make better choices and shit. You know, I had a real healthy meal, but obviously one of the worst choices I made of this week was shaving my beard. So if y'all don't recognize me, it's me, guys. It's me.
Oh God! All right. So now let's start the show off by some NBA talk. And now that we already seen the first game and we're going through the second game in the East, right? The Hornets won the first game. The Hornets lost the first game. Now, who is an outcome between Boston and the Wizards? So far, it's a pretty tight game right now. What is it, 21-27?
31-27.
Oh, 31-27. Jesus Christ. Who you guys have going to win this game between Boston and the Wizards?
We already know who this.
Originally, I had the Wizards, you know what I'm saying? And the more I thought about it, the more I said, I don't think Russ' brand of basketball is going to translate to the playoffs. I don't think Russ can get it done. Russ and Bill, though, they are the hottest team in the league right now. I think they're 17-23. They're hot, but I think the Celtics have been there before. If I'm not mistaken, I think the Celtics have been to 3 of the last 4 Eastern Conference Finals, something like that. So I think it's a team, good coach, good experience. I think both of these teams have a great chance of making it out. But tonight, give me the Celtics.
The Celtics. Rome, let me get your opinion. I haven't heard you in a while.
Nah, I'm definitely rocking with the Wizards tonight. Russ and Bill, I think they pull it out. Bill had the hamstring injury. He's going tonight. I think they're definitely pulling it out. They're down right now. But they'll put up enough points to take care of business for this one game. And even if they don't, they'll have another chance because that's how the play-in tournament works. You know what I mean? But we'll get into the ins and outs of the play-in tournament and if we should even be bothering doing this here in a second. But as far as the Wizards Celtics go, I'm taking the Wizards.
Oh wow! I like to see home favoritism right now. And go ahead, Nick. How you feel about this? Because either of these guys is going to be someone you see later on in the playoffs.
I mean, honestly, if you got to pick between both of these teams, I'm going to take Boston. I'm going to take the better coach team. I'm going to take the more talented team. Honestly, either one of these teams is just, I say, obviously, between the two, Boston has been slumping, and the Wizards haven't been. They've been playing pretty well. But, either one of these teams is really on the bottom end. I would say Boston is a team that actually, I think, could make some noise in the playoffs, potentially, with the right matchup. But truthfully, they're going to be matched up against who? The Nets or the Bucks? What you was lining up for? What you really here for?
The Nets are the 76ers.
Are you trying to tell me?
76ers.
So you trying to tell me that these playing teams that are lined into playing against the 1 or 2 seeds are teams that we should be concerned about? Nah, these teams are no different than a line of cows waiting in line to get into a slaughterhouse. There's
Maybe
no
the
point
teams in the
of
East. Maybe the teams in the East. The teams in the West, I wouldn't say they're walking into a slaughterhouse.
I mean, the Lakers are they're a different category because of the circumstances of the season that have put them as such. And you could say to an extent Boston has had their fair share of bad things happen to them this year. I guess you could say the same about the Wizards. But I mean, we know that those teams aren't championship teams. We know that this Lakers team more or less won a championship last year. So them being a 7 seed, yeah, it's not. It's a different intrigue this year. But I'm not too concerned about either one of these teams. But if I had to pick one, I'm gonna take the Celtics.
Okay, so before we head up to the West, right? Let's keep it to the East a little bit. Who between one of these playing teams could be the Miami of this year? So where we see them knock off a first or a second. None of these, not Boston
None
or the
of them.
Wizards.
None of
Not
them.
neither one of those teams, nah. But
Look,
I mean, if we're talking about the West,
Yeah.
and
We're
the
not talking about the
Lakers,
West. We're talking about the East right now. We're still with the East.
I think the Pacers could have gave somebody, pushed them to 3 games. 7 games maybe, but they lost LeVert for COVID. He's out 14 days. So you lose a key role player in a playoffs when you need your role players the most, when you tighten up those rotations. Pacers had a good shot. I don't think anyone else could get it done.
I don't know how much of a shot they would have had, but I don't see anybody getting it done. It's not gonna be any Cinderella stories in the East.
That's
yeah,
fair.
ain't no Cinderella story. I mean, Boston would have been your team, but they got Jaylen Brown went out with injury, so it's gonna be all on Tatum, which is let somebody tell it that he's the next Kobe. But or the closest thing to Kobe that we have in this game. Let some people I've heard tell it, but I don't see it. I'd expect more from Kobe Bryant than a play-in tournament. But
All right. So now let's get to the West. So tomorrow we have both the Spurs versus the Grizzlies, and then we have the great game of tomorrow, Showtime Lakers versus the Golden State. So let's start off with the Spurs, guys, versus the Grizzlies. Who you see coming out of that?
I'll take the Grizzlies. I'll take the Grizzlies between those two teams. I mean, Greg Popovich is still coaching the Spurs. The last time I checked, but I haven't really been too impressed with them over the last 3 years, and especially this year. I'd say that they played pretty tough. But I mean, you're going to pick between those teams. I'm going with John Morant, but honestly, the Grizzlies are a team that's been hanging in there. I think the Grizzlies could wind up maybe getting the 8th spot, but I think the premier matchups really the other 2 teams. Those are 2 teams I'd like to see in the playoffs: Steph Curry and LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a real matchup.
I mean, I think the Grizzlies got a chance to look like the Hornets. I mean, it's another young team going against an experienced team. The Spurs are super experienced. I mean, you got Greg Popovich, like Scruff said. So I'm taking the Spurs. I don't think it'll be close. I like Ja. He's the future, but your time's not now, man. Just go ahead and lose, get in that lottery, and give you another star.
Okay.
What was the J. Cole line? Ja Morant, I'm on my Grizzly. I'm definitely rocking with the Grizzlies in this game. Look, it's hard to pick against a Pop coach team. They definitely got the experience on their side, but I'm gonna go with the Grizzlies. Also, mostly because Scruff kind of alluded to it too. Like neither one of these teams are really gonna do anything, even if they play themselves in. We're about to talk about it here in a second, but I really don't even think this game is almost pointless. It's almost just for the TV ratings. But I'll take the Grizzlies.
Yeah.
Damn, no love for none of them.
That was a terrible J. Cole reference.
That's actually one of his best bars.
Stop it.
Oh my God, no. T, we're not doing this J. Cole slander right now. Not today. Not today, Papa.
All right.
Not today. All right.
Oh, yeah.
So let's go with the main event. We got LeBron James, King James, all hell the king, AD versus Steph Curry, just Steph Curry, no Clay, Golden State. Go ahead, T. Tell me your opinion and who you see winning coming out of this game.
I
Who's your
think both of
victory?
these teams. I don't think it matters. I think whoever loses this game wins their next game, and they gets the AC. So I think you're looking at the true 7-8. They're going to stay 7-8, and this is where the this play-in tournament really shines, because now you get this extra matchup. You get this LeBron versus Steph, and you get a 7 or 8 that could potentially beat a 1 or a 2. And normally you see the 1 versus 8, and you're like, probably go 6, 5, 4. Now it's like if LeBron's in the 8th, what do you do? LeBron and AD are at 8. What do you do? Like that's the worst draw you could get. That's terrible luck. But I'm taking LeBron to win the first game, and then Steph to win against probably the Spurs, and then both finish 7-8, going into the playoffs to really set the playoffs. I don't even know what to call it. Do we call it like the true playoffs or the playoffs? Like I don't even know how you define it anymore.
The play of the playoffs.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like how do you define it?
It's weird because I feel like the play-in should feel like the playoffs, right? Like I'm a fucking hoops guy. Like like play-in should be the playoffs. It should be like March Madness, but it's just not quite the playoffs. Like tomorrow's joint will feel like that should have been the opening night matchup. I mean, I'm not mad because like I'm here, so I'm not watching that, so that's fine with me. It works for my schedule. But if I was the NBA, I would have put the LeBron joint first. Prime time, play-in, bow, come get it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I would have did it. But yeah, honestly, yeah, you're right. It's not normal. This was perfect situation for a play-in. Like maybe it was like all like I'm not saying it was fixed, but hey, it's very convenient that LeBron is in the play-in tournament because now you got a 7 or 8 seed. It's going to be really, really, really skilled. It potentially can win the whole damn thing. And you said it. How do you feel if you looking at LeBron and you a 2 seed or a 1 seed and you looking at LeBron and AD in the first round? Shit, if LeBron is the 8 seed, then you don't want to be the 1 seed. I've been tanking to get 4. You feel me? That's what, you know what I'm saying? You don't want that. That's not what you want. The playoffs is about matchups, bro. The last thing you want to do is be seeing LeBron in the first round. So, like, I mean, bro, like Chris Paul, bro, had a great season. Great, God bless you, Chris Paul, but he had a great season with the Suns. Let him play for LeBron in the first round. It's the end of your season, bro. It's the end of your season, and you're going to be looking like just another exit in the playoffs, bro. Because you don't want to play LeBron in the first round. LeBron ain't going out in the first round. It ain't happening. And he damn sure ain't going out in the play-in tournament.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead, T. Go ahead, Rome.
Yeah, I mean, T kind of already broke it down, man. We already know how the play-in is going to play out. The Lakers will probably take this game, and then Golden State will probably get the next one, and it'll be the 7 and 8 seeds. But Golden State's not really going to make any noise. I don't see them making a first-round upset against a 1 or 2 seed. And, I mean, the Lakers, we already know it's bad luck forever against them.
I mean, the Warriors are at least entertaining.
I was gonna say I don't know if you should count Steph out against the Suns. Right. If they get the 7, I don't know if you can count them out. I don't think they'll get the 7. I think they'll end up in the 8th, but it could be interesting. I mean, I guess we'll know tomorrow, but it could be interesting. And if it is interesting, that play-in stuff is here to stay. Like it's not going anywhere. So,
bro, if the Lakers end up with the 8th seed, like let it be known, bro. If the Lakers end up with the 8th seed or the 7th seed, just let it know the Jazz or the Suns is out.
They're going home.
See ya. First round exit. I hope the Lakers end up with the 8th seed. I hope by some grace and mystery they lose tomorrow night. Then the Warriors get the 7th seed. Then the Lakers get the 8th seed. That would be even better. So, I mean, it doesn't matter whoever they play. I'm just saying, I got the Lakers.
So I got a question, right? This is my personal opinion right now, right? If I'm LeBron James, I lose tomorrow's game, not because you're not good enough to beat Golden State, but just so that way you're seeded to play you technically play the Jazz. Jazz will be your first series, and then you're either gonna see Portland or you either see Portland or Golden State, which we all know that Golden State isn't gonna be up there for the second round. But you don't have to see the Clippers until the Western Conference Finals.
So if you're LeBron,
Oh
you're hiding
wow.
from the Clippers until the finals.
I'm saying
Get the fuck
be a
out of
Some
here.
some king you up.
No.
No,
What
listen.
type of
I'm
king?
saying.
Come
You
on.
get work. I'm saying LeBron James
The
and
king
AD
hide.
work their way back to get it healthy, so that way you don't have to see the Clippers until the conference final. So that's a healthy Lakers team. That's
Man, that
my
was the
personal
most.
opinion.
That was your personal opinion. Is the most nonsense I've heard of the day. So thank you for that.
It's the
There's
tequila
no way
birthday shots.
LeBron's
It's the
losing.
tequila birthday shots. But I'm saying, were you
Bro,
LeBron James? Do
the
you want to see the
Jazz.
Clippers
So you're
in the
telling me
second
you
round?
think you want to play the Jazz in the first round so you can avoid playing the Clippers? Come on, bro. The Jazz are better than the Clippers. What are you talking about, bro?
No, they're not.
The Clippers are some team that you want to avoid. Who are they? Who are they? Who are the Clippers? Yo, Clippers fans probably hate me. Who are they?
Yo,
Who
are we
are they? The
really?
fourth
Are
seed
we
in the
even
West? We're
entertaining the
avoiding
idea?
guys.
Are we
Oh,
entertaining the
bro.
idea that LeBron could possibly be the eighth seed? They're not losing tomorrow. They're not
It's
losing
very
tomorrow.
possible, bro. They could lose any game,
No.
and anybody could
No.
lose.
LeBron ain't losing in the play-in. After his
If
comments, after his
He ain't
comments
losing in the
about whoever.
playoffs, but he might lose the play-in.
No way. No way. Not after his comments. Not after his comments, man. LeBron is winning this by hook or by crook. Go look, it'll be an entertaining game. Steph will put on the show, but they ain't winning.
I'm just saying, LeBron James. You know, if you're the smart guy, you take the easy road out. Why not? You play how many years in the league? You don't miss games that often. And the one time you do, you kind of banged up a little bit. Why not take the easy way to the finals?
look, it's the West. There is no easy way. You just gotta
Very true.
see who. You just gotta play who's there. If LeBron would be ducking, I think it's blasphemous. And I'm not even a huge LeBron guy, but if LeBron is ducking Kawhi, Rondo, and Paul George,
Right.
that speaks more to who the Lakers really are. And
Right.
when Bowl took for him.
Yeah, LeBron ain't ducking nobody. All right, that's all I know.
But
I
it's
ain't
not
even
out of the
here.
question that Steph could go and Fuego and
Yeah,
run it up for 60. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Scoring leader. He didn't let Bill get it. He's hot right now. It could be interesting tomorrow. Like you said, I'm glad.
I mean, hey,
the East.
we're gonna do the awards here in a minute. Steph is my MVP. I'll give it away now. But there's no way he's winning tomorrow night against LeBron. It ain't happening. He's not gonna.
Good thing
It
he's
don't
not the
matter.
MVP because a real MVP would win. But you know that's whatever.
Hold on, your
Well,
MVP is in the play-in game.
yeah, he
This
is.
is
He
why
is.
the fans hate the journalists.
This is why you don't have a vote.
Oh.
That's foul. See, y'all telling me that Steph Curry isn't going to win at least one first valid MVP vote?
I mean,
He doesn't deserve one vote. No,
it's a good question. It's a good question, though. It is a good question. Man. Does he deserve a vote? I mean, I don't know. I mean, he deserves to be in the conversation. So, you know, here he is in the conversation. Rome brought him into the conversation.
He's getting my vote.
He's
My
getting
gas
a vote.
He's
Hey,
getting my gas vote.
That counts in this building. So I mean, that's good. That's good. That's good redeemable votage here, bro. So
man,
you can go ahead and cash that vote. T, who's your MVP though?
the Joker.
Yes.
It's the Joker. Easy. I mean,
Easy.
you might even say this guy stepped it up when Jamal Murray went down. You know, Scruff, you were talking about maybe Michael Porter to step it up. Just more Jokic. We'll just use him more. We'll just facilitate the offense more. I'll just score more. I'll just get more rebounds. I mean, Jokic is playing like a 2K player, like he's in the park or something. He's doing everything. How could he not be the MVP? He's killing it.
He only missed
Yeah,
one game, I think, this year.
And I think he played every game. Like, who's the last MVP that played every game? Kobe.
Yeah, I mean, playing every game is overrated, to be honest.
What?
Yup. The season is
Just
too
because
long
you're about to
anyway.
say Embiid,
The season
please
is
don't
too
say
long
this because
anyway.
you're about to say Embiid. He's gonna say Embiid. He's gonna say Embiid. Oh my God, he's gonna say.
Playing every game.
Let me tell you something though. Playing every game is admirable actually, and in this comparison, it's a good comparison. It's a good badge to put on the on the resume. But I mean, like the Nuggets aren't even the best team in the West, bro. So like, I don't know, man. Like the NBA has been trying to sell me on this idea that the best team and the best player on the best team is the MVP, right? That's the whole reason why they gave Giannis the MVP the last 2 seasons, right? Because he was just dunking on everybody and just winning the East, even though they didn't do nothing in the playoffs, right? So now all of a sudden, my team is the best team in the East. We got the best record in the East, and we got the best player in the league. And now all of a sudden, cats want to switch the rules up. That's cool. That's cool.
Yo,
so now we want to give the MVP. So Rome wants to give the MVP to a team that to a guy that's playing in the play-in tournament, and then T wants to give the MVP to a guy that has the 4 seed. Doesn't even have 50 wins.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
He got the 3rd seed. Don't do my man like that.
3, 4, whatever. You don't even got 50 wins, man. You don't even got
50 wins. The Sixers don't even have 50 wins.
Yeah, but number 1 though.
And I know you didn't just say Embiid is the best player in the league right now because he's not.
Yeah, come on, man. Come on.
If you're gonna give it to it, and then another thing that's crazy is they've been trying to say the centers are dead, and then they're gonna give the year that the Sixers have the best record in the league, and Joel Embiid's having the MVP season, they're gonna give it to another center. Like that's the most disrespectful thing I've ever seen, bro. Like now y'all like centers? Okay, it's cool. I just don't think you can give it to another center in the league with the year that MVPs have. I mean, Joel Embiid's having, bro. Like I didn't even know his name. His name should be MVP.
I think why Embiid didn't get the MVP has a lot. Like you explained it. We watched Giannis 2 years in a row. The Bucks have this great regular season run and then do nothing in the playoffs. I think that hurt Embiid. That possibly hurt Embiid. We got another big. Killing the regular season, first in the East. But I think what Jokic is doing is just more amazing. Like it's him, it's just him. I'm not going to discredit the rest of the team, but it's no Jamal Murray. Last year we saw Jamal Murray go crazy in the playoffs. We was hoping to get some of that again, but no one's saying the Blazers are going to beat the Nuggets. You know what I'm saying? And you would think missing a guy. No, they stepped it up. I think they have 3 losses since Jamal Murray went down.
No one's saying that yet, T.
Maybe
just because I haven't said it yet.
We just talked about how the West is a harder conference. They lose their number 1 scorer, right? And now they give it to a center. And look at them. He kept them afloat to still be a top 3 teams in the West. Nonetheless, in the West.
You got to be kidding me. The MVPs don't keep things afloat, G. They fucking lead. Like, they're the best in the league. That's what you have to be.
They gave it to Steve Nash.
Sounds like Steph Curry to me.
Man, he was the best. They were the best team in the league that year, though. At least they deserved it. You know what I'm saying? Even I no disrespect, but Jokic is a real good player. But like, if he wins the MVP this year, he's the worst player to ever win the MVP award in the history of the award. Come on, man.
Steve Nash. Steve Nash.
Damn, that's spicy.
Steve Nash won it. You're crazy.
And that's not saying like he's not good. He won the MVP. He's capable of winning the MVP. But I'm just saying, like, he's the worst MVP in the history.
The worst MVP ever. Wow. He's bringing the award down.
Look,
rubbing the prestige off.
Nash shouldn't have got it twice. It's about time. You know what I'm saying? It's about time. I mean, you really want to call it what it is. They're not just gonna keep giving the MVP to the brothers. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is.
That's the most accurate thing that I've heard today.
You know what I'm saying? And me being a accredited member of the media, I gotta roll with my people. and we're going to give it to Jokic. All right?
You have to. You have to. Better. Yo, he hasn't missed a game. His stats lines are still better than Embiid. And Embiid missed what, like over 21 games?
Yeah.
He don't even
Right?
want.
So,
They
like,
don't even want.
He don't even want to
so
acknowledge
yeah, it's
that.
whatever. It's all good. It's all good. But we not trying to win regular season awards, so it's all good. But I'm just gonna say, put it out here, throw the name out there. You know, I think besides Dave Cohen's, sorry Dave if you're listening, probably not. Jokic would be the worst MVP in the history of the award, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, I'm looking at these names, bro. Bob Pettit, Will Chamberlain, Bill Russell. Come on. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You know what I'm saying? Moses Malone, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Charles Barkley, and MJ, Shaq, AI, Duncan, Garnett, Nash, Nowitzki, LeBron. Come on, man. Jokic? Come on,
Yes.
bro.
Nash,
Joel Embiid is worthy of
Jokic.
being on that list, but Jokic is not. He's not. I'm sorry. I never thought he would win MVP. I still don't think it's possible, but hey, you know, we'll see how the votes shake out, man. I think that the NBA needs to start considering playoff, you know, applications when they're considering the award, because like this is a season where I think the MVP is still up for the grabs. Like, to me, the name an MVP after what we've seen so far this season is just like, I haven't seen enough from anybody to really give anybody the MVP. But if I had to give it to somebody, I'd give it to Joel Embiid. But, you know, I mean, to me, I would wait to see what the playoffs hold, you know, because, like, you know, if Giannis fuck around and start wrecking through the playoffs, you know, I'd be willing to call him the MVP. You know what I mean? Crazy enough.
Okay.
He's got enough hardware.
So let's throw this conversation up, right? So who's your second place winner for MVP? Everybody has to have a second place, because to have first place, who's the runner up?
That's fair.
I mean, I think you got to go with Chris Paul or Embiid. I mean, CP3 got that team from 10th to like second or something. Like, you got
Chris Paul's a good choice.
Like,
I was torn on Chris Paul.
Most valuable. How much more value does a guy have than taking the team from out of the playoffs and to the top of the conference? That's true value. So I think it has to be CP3.
I agree with Scruff though, man. I need to see more. Like, I need to see like some of the playoffs, because I feel like in my mind some players are tainted because I'm like, all right, well, I need to see what you do in the playoffs, because I know what you can give me during the regular season. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I'd be torn. I think they definitely got to include the playoffs.
Bro, who's your second place winner?
I mean, I was thinking Kawhi earlier, but I was also thinking CP3. So if I got to pick, I would say second place runner up. I'm gonna go CP. He did a lot with the Suns. He did a lot.
I'll go Chris Paul as well, bro. I mean, like, you know, he changed the whole squad, bro.
Yeah.
All right, I like that answer. So now let's go to Defensive Player of the Year right now. Who is our Defensive Player of the Year? Nick, go ahead.
No, let me go. You know who the Defensive Player of the Year is, man.
Go ahead.
I don't even like this guy, but it's the Frenchman. It's Rudy Gobert. I mean, this guy spread his COVID all over the mic, all over the podium. He put the whole country on defense. You know what I'm saying? It's Rudy Gobert, man. He got everybody back playing defense because of him. So I'm gonna give him the award. Probably give it to him next year too. Until we take the mask off, Rudy, you the Defensive Player of the Year.
Hey man, T still in my notes, man. T still in my notes. I'm giving it to Rudy as well. Not just because of the COVID thing. He's actually a good defensive player on the court.
I don't know about any of that.
as well. But yeah, man, that's what he's gonna be most memorable for at this point. But hopefully he gets a Defensive Player of the Year award to go along with COVID patient number one.
Right. NBA's COVID patient number one. Jesus. Go ahead, Nick.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was a very comical choice, but I mean, the real answer is Ben Simmons, bro. I mean, it's very obvious, bro. Like, obviously, if y'all been watching the NBA, bro, I mean, I could understand somebody want to give it to Rudy Gobert, but I mean, if you really watching dudes, man, I don't think anybody has put on more of a like phenomenal defensive type of performance than Ben Simmons, bro. Because like, he literally is on the best defensive team in the league statistically. And then, he actually guards, typically guards the opponent's team's best player. He guards anywhere from a point guard, somebody like Kemba Walker on any given night. He's either guarding Kemba Walker one night, the next night he's guarding freaking Jokic or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's very possible he's guarding Giannis and then Kemba Walker and then LaMelo the next night. Like, just a very nice mix, and this guy that really can clamp it down, bro. One of the league leaders in steals. True 1 through 5 kind of dude. I think people have been saying, naysayers have been saying things about Ben Simmons, saying he's not progressing. Well, he's been progressing into being, I think, the best defensive player in the league from a perimeter standpoint, and he could also get you a little bit of hold it down in the paint. So I just think that if y'all not going to put some respect on Ben, then I just don't think any respect is going to be given, like, at all, to the Sixers in any of these awards. But, yeah, I am going to pick the Sixers for every award. That's right. Not all of them, but definitely the ones that are applicable. Like, I will, because like this is what I said in the beginning of the year, and now it's here. Like, I said all this shit, running back. I said this was going to happen. Y'all thought I was crazy. Y'all remember in the beginning of the year, y'all said, "Who's your MVP?" I said, "Yeah, Embiid." And y'all say, "Yo, you trying to sneak Embiid in there?" I ain't sneaking in there. He's there. But yeah, Joel Embiid. I mean, probably not the MVP, but like Ben Simmons, no question. Like, defensive player of the year. I think Joel deserves the respect, but Ben, bro, like, you can't tell me you could give it to anybody over Ben. He's definitely first team defense.
I mean, after listening to that, I want to put the man in the Hall of Fame. Ben Simmons, I'm about to buy a jersey.
Hey, I got you, T. What size you wear?
Can't tell you, man. The COVID weight. Can't tell you my jersey size either.
That's real. That's real.
Man, this one I might have to agree with Nick. This time, for the first time in a long time, we're not gonna have too much Sixers slander. This time I'm going to go with Embiid. The boy has been playing phenomenal defense this year, even though he plays in the East. But the man's been doing his Doug Dizzle. And we go Bear, man. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm still a little mad that he gave us all COVID. I'm lying. It's all alleged. The world is alleged. The Frenchman, they came back and got the revenge. No, so now that we have our defensive player of the year, who are you guys picking as your rookie of the year? Go ahead, Rome.
Oh, I'm going LaMelo. I think if he didn't get hurt and he didn't miss that little bit of time, it wouldn't even be much of a debate, in my opinion. But I'm going easily LaMelo. I know I just said that they should start counting playoffs and all that, but don't count the play-in, because what just happened was, let's just scratch that from the record. But I'm going LaMelo for the rookie of the year.
All right. Go ahead, Nick. Let me know who's your rookie of the year. And it's not better be not a Sixers player.
Nah, he's not a rookie. He's not a rookie. He ain't no rookie. But I mean, there's no conversation here. I mean, if LaMelo Ball is not your rookie of the year, then I'd just like to have the phone number of your weed distributor, because I'd like to be I'd like to be in La La Land too, because I don't really understand what the fuck you're looking at. You probably have a mushrooms distributor if you think that fucking LaMelo Ball's not the rookie of the year. If you don't think LaMelo Ball's not the rookie of the year, then what are you watching, bro? Like, this dude literally is the most transformative player of all the rookies. And I hate to go there again, but I told y'all that he was the number one player in the draft. I had him number one on the big board for a reason, bro. I told you Anthony Edwards is going to have a highlight. He's a highlight reel guy, but like, win some basketball games, bro, and then you can really earn my respect. You know what I'm saying? And LaMelo Ball did a little bit of both. He had the highlights, he had the wins, he had his team in postseason contention. Was checking all the boxes for me. I thought he was going to be out for a little while, and he was out. He just came back, even better. So he finished strong. He even had a couple highlight plays after coming back from injury. And he was on my fantasy basketball team, man. So shout out to him.
No, you did have LaMelo up there, man. You did, and you're absolutely right. I'm gonna just throw my pick out there. I mean, it's obviously LaMelo. When he got hurt, Anthony Edwards went absolutely crazy, and he almost made it debatable. But I'm not going to take it away from Edwards about the wins. Yeah, big baller brand. LeVar called it, but Edwards is in a much more difficult place to win than LaMelo. LaMelo has Rozier, Devontae, he had Gordon Hayward. So, he had a better situation. Anthony Edwards is kind of like, he got to get out the mud. So
I'm not buying that.
You said
I'm not buying that. I'm not. It's not about hearing it. I'm not buying that he's in a better place. Bro, when's the last time the Hornets have been good, bro? Michael Jordan's been drafted in the lottery for the last 15 years.
Been good?
Same thing. It's the same thing. At least they have Karl Anthony Towns. They have Karl Anthony Towns, and they have D'Angelo Russell. They have Karl Anthony Towns and D'Angelo Russell, bro. Like, and you talking about Terry Rozier? Come on, bro.
We also have a team that's in the.
Karl Anthony Towns is a dog, bro. And if you think anything different, what?
Bro,
he's one of the top 5 big men in the league.
Bro,
I mean, but Minnesota's in the West. Like that matters, but
that does matter.
I mean, but I'm not taking nothing away from LaMelo. He's fun to watch. He's what the NBA needs. He's electrifying. He plays the opposite of his brother. But they're both good players. LaMelo, not even a big debate.
Right.
I just want to say this about Karl Anthony Towns. He's scrub. He's a bum. He's overrated until he could prove me wrong with the whole Jimmy Butler and the fifth strings whooping their ass. I don't want to hear nothing about Karl Anthony Towns.
You can't disrespect Karl Anthony Towns and hide your face.
Right here, Bobby. Right here. I'm right here. Right here.
Hey, I'll have you know, Mr. Reyes, that one of our loyal listeners to the show, who is also a certified black belt, is also Karl Anthony Towns' first cousin. So just be careful with your spicy talk, man. The shit might come back to you. And when you got Karl Anthony Towns on one side of you, and you got a ninja on the other side, just remember I warned you.
If G gets beat up by a black belt for comments on his birthday, that's kind of what we need to take this show to the next level. All right.
Yes.
All right. So let's set that up. Let's set that up. Actually, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna add Karl Anthony Towns, and I'm gonna go ahead and add. We're gonna set this up.
Yeah.
We're gonna get him karate chopped. We're gonna get him karate chopped in the chest. Karl Anthony Towns is gonna be there. It's gonna be great. We're gonna invite Paul George too.
This is not no KD versus what's that man that talked crazy about KD? What's
Draymond?
What's his name? Michael, whatever the fuck his
Michael
name
Rappaport.
is. Yeah. This ain't no Michael Rappaport versus KD. I'm in here, Bobby. We out here. We good. We're right around the corner.
Man.
You and Michael Rappaport actually have a lot in common, but that's
Listen, I got a little too much melanin in my skin to be considered anything like Michael Rappaport. You crazy?
Oh man, Michael Rappaport's something different. He a different breed, bro. But yo, let's keep it pushing, man. On the NBA awards, man. Yo,
so
this one's for you, G. This one's for you, G. This one's the Coach of the Year. You feel me? Coaching, man, really makes a difference, man. Coaching really does change teams, bro. There's a lot of teams that have been, major changes this year. G, I'm gonna let you go first, bro. Who's your Coach of the Year?
So I know the rest of the world knows already. Monty Williams won it, but Monty Williams is not my Coach of the Year. I'm gonna have to go with Tibbs, man. I'm still a big Thibodeau kind of guy. Look what he did to this. Look what he did with the Knicks. Took him to a 4th seed. Look how Julius Randle, the most improved player of the league, and by far a top 5 candidate of MVP this year. And for me to say that Tibbs is not the Coach of the Year, I don't know. That sounds kind of blasphemous, in my opinion. I'm gonna have to go with Tibbs, man. Tibbs got the Knicks looking Gucci, looking great, man. Matter of fact, he got literally looking like Gucci coming out of jail. This is what we're watching. That's what Tibbs just did. This is a new form Gucci. This is the new form Knicks.
Okay. All right. I like that. I like that. Also, I got to count up my MVP candidates, but I didn't know Julius Randle was top 5 MVP, maybe 7. But yeah, all right, that's pretty good. T, who's your coach of the year?
I mean, I'm glad that Monty Williams won it. Actually, I thought Tibbs would win it, but it's been a long road for Monty Williams to get here. I think he deserved it. It's cool to see him get it. But I think what happened with Tibbs is we know that Tibbs is a master of making bad teams good, but not great. He makes them good. So we've seen this trick before with Tibbs. When I really think about it, it's still impressive, but let's give it to Monty. They went from out of the playoffs to the top of the league. You can't knock that.
Yeah. So my other question for you, T.
In the West.
Yep. You make a good point. I mean, I like Monty Williams. He former assistant coach for the Sixers. He was a head coach before, and he got it's not about the Sixers, but he actually got played. He got played. Monty Williams got played before. Like he kind of got scapegoated, like many great young coaches do. And typically when you get scapegoated and you're a black coach, you don't get a second chance. But thankfully, he got a second chance with a real team, and he got a great point guard, to help him along the way. The point guard is the coach on the court. You know what I'm saying? So I just hope that I know I'm not going to make any crazy jokes, Monty. So but I hope that you buy Chris Paul a steak dinner or something, because he deserves a lot of credit for your coach of the year. At least buy him something nice, Monty. That's all I'm saying. Rome, who's your coach of the year?
All right. Before I give my coach of the year, I'm just confused because when we were talking MVP, we were talking about all these people with the most wins and like whose team was winning. And last I checked, that has a lot to do with the coach and how he gets the team prepared for each game because your superstar players don't always play in every game. But even based off what T said, I think the coach of the year is clearly Quinn Snyder for the Jazz, man. I mean, look, they got the most wins. They don't have they don't have a Chris Paul. They don't have a LeBron, some superstar, all-star player like that. They're a collective. They got some good players or whatever, but they're a collective, man. They're not out here just, running it up with one guy. So I'm giving it to Quinn Snyder for the Jazz. They got the most wins, and I thought that's what it was about when you're a coach, winning.
Yeah. I respect that. I didn't think that would be a very respectable choice. I don't think anybody could say anything negative about that choice. Jazz are definitely a team of, true team, blend of, good players and all that. But, I mean, I like transformative performances for Coach of the Year. And I also do like what you say, Rome, about having the best record. I think that means something too. So in order to fulfill both sets of requirements, I think the only proper choice is Doc Rivers for Coach of the Year. And it's simple because the Sixers were like maybe a 4 seed last year, and they were, a pretty decent team. But then you go take that team and you have the same core team and you take them into being the best record in the East with, plenty of injuries along the way. Ben Simmons missed considerable time. Joel Embiid, you mentioned, missed a lot of time. Got some new pieces involved. I think, best record and turning around the team, I give it to him. But everyone had good choices.
Yo, you got me. I didn't think you were gonna go there, man. You suckered me in on that one, man. Like I didn't see that coming. That was good.
None of us seen that shit.
Oh my God. Nah, but seriously though, like honestly, like crazy, but he does deserve some credit. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand. I just don't understand like why these guys aren't getting talked about. Doc Rivers, I think if you're talking about coach of the year, coach performances, everyone thought like, oh, trade Embiid, trade Ben Simmons, and then what did he do the next season? He turned them into the number 1 team in the East. When you got the Nets, who have 3 superstars plus Blake Griffin and a couple other guys, and then you got Giannis and them who've been dominating the East. They were literally the best team in the East last year. But, whatever. Last but not least, man, one time for the executives, for the GMs, for the guys behind the scenes making it work, man. Nobody probably gets to know your names. Today we will try to mention your names, so for the GMs, the executives, and all the people behind the scenes, who's the executive of the year? Which team, which organization made the biggest moves? T, I'll start with
you. To be honest, I just couldn't even decide on this one. Nothing really jumped out to me. I like what the Wizards did to bring in Westbrook. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to give it to the Wizards, but I think that move, was, like, really made them from a team that you couldn't watch to must-see TV. So let's just give it to, who is that? A. Poland? I don't even know who's there anymore. Like, what's the guy? It's a new guy, right? I can't even think of his name. But yeah, Wiz. Whoever's running the Wizards, great job bringing in Westbrook, man, because the city needed some excitement. We can't count on Washington football team. So, good job.
We can't count on the team that wins divisions and actually makes playoffs. But I'll go ahead and go next. I'm giving it to my man from the Nets. I believe his last name is Marks, Sean Marks, something like that. Forgive me if I got it wrong.
Sean Marks did not do that. These guys put their own team together, but I see what you're saying.
Hey, well, someone's got to get credit for it. Someone's got, like Scruff said, someone's got to sign off on it. The inmates aren't necessarily running the asylum, so to speak. But I mean, he had to put his hand in it at some point or another and give the okay. So I mean, it's low hanging fruit, but I'm gonna give it to my man for putting the big three together.
What if they lose?
And then I'm gonna strip the award away. Nah, I mean, I think honestly, it's a lot to sign off on because it's three big personalities that that if it does fail, they're not gonna be like, oh, those guys put themselves together. If they succeed, they'll be like, oh, Katie and all them, whatever. But if they fail, they'll be like, oh, who said this was a good idea? And then he'll get the blame for it. So I'm gonna go ahead and give him a little credit for it now, even though he probably didn't have to do too much.
That's good.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think win or lose, he did assemble quite a roster that deserves some respect.
All in the videos.
Not being in the way. I mean, he brought Nash in. I still don't think Nash is a great coach, but I mean, I need to see it play out first. I feel like I can let my son coach the Nets, but I got to see it play out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and give my award for GM of the year, and Daryl Morey does deserve some. Daryl Morey does deserve. He does deserve some conversation, though. Daryl Morey does deserve some conversation because he did make some good moves. But I'm going to give it to Leon Rose of the New York Knicks. I think that if we're going to talk about a good story here, I mean, we talk about the Knicks. Talk about another thing that I called. I said the Knicks were going to be a relevant franchise this year, and they grew from the grave and being one of the most dysfunctional franchises in the world, and actually made a pretty good team, and assembled quite a little band of tough little, they got the coach, they got the right coach, they got some good players, and they actually have a winning culture. So that's huge for the Knicks. That's huge. Like, if that they deserve an award for that. So for sure.
I will have
I can get behind that, bro.
I'm older than James Harden. Why does he have the T Boogie beard? You got to send your questions to the right folks. But yeah, you know what I'm saying. While he had, I'm a ride the wave a little bit, make it happen. True story. I was at a mall, OVA, Pentagon City. in the food court. A group of Asians asked me to sign some autographs. You know, I told them I wasn't hard enough. They wanted the autograph anyway. You know, true story.
Hey, yo. He says, as long as you're over 6 feet tall and got a beard, you could make it.
Yeah, I was trying to get one of them steak and cheeses from like Great Steak or Great Escape or whatever it's called. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what
you
you're
know, they
talking
ran up on me with the cameras. They had the real digital cameras. They ain't had a phone.
Hey, next time you just got to sign a T Boogie Gas Sports. You know, let them know.
Yeah, you know, if I had some merch,
let them know.
I'd have gave that to them. But you know, next time I got them.
Yeah, next time we got them. But yo, let's take a quick little break from get a word from our sponsors. You already know what time it is. Manscaped. Brought to you by Manscaped. Officially brought to you by Manscaped, the best in men's below-the-waist grooming. Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools for your family jewels, fellas. Got to protect the hardware. They just dropped the Lawnmower 4.0, and they hooked us up. The whole squad got Lawnmower 4.0s. It's a whole new ball game, fellas. That's why they brought gas in for reinforcements. So over 2 million men worldwide who are getting Manscaped with our exclusive offer. 20% off, free shipping, promo code GASNET20. Cash in at manscaped.com. Bryce, tell them more.
And the whole product line is official. I got the Lawnmower 3.0, the Lawnmower 4.0. It's like collecting the Infinity Stones, man. Get it, man. Simple as pie. GASNET 20. That's GasNet 20. Not only do you get 20% off your order, but you get free shipping. Don't let your lady be the only one clean down there, fellas. Let's get it.
That's right.
Don't let your lady
get you right.
You know,
don't let her be. Don't let it be, and let it be like you in my situation. And your lady done took. I done they done sent me the Lawnmower 4.0, and now my lady trying to take the 3.0 off me. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. It's not called Womanscape, girl. It's called Manscape, man. That's all I'm trying to tell you, bro. That's all I'm
Hey, you're not the only one, man.
Like, all I wanted was my own shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's all good. They gave us enough for everybody. But don't let your ladies be the only ones, man. Get the 20% off. Get right. It's a good Father's Day gift. My homies I was talking to today, I told them about Manscaped and our sponsorship. And he actually told me he already buys from Manscaped. He said, all right, bet. Just give me the promo code and I'm going to just cop my shit through y'all. I'm like, all right, bet, man. That's already good. So that just makes me know that I'm in the right place around the right people. But, yeah, man, good people over in Manscaped, man. And, yeah, don't let your girl steal your Lawnmower 4.0 because, I mean, I guess that is a lawn still, but it's not a Manscaped lawn. So let's move on to the next topic, man. Next topic. We're going to cross over into the music world. Rome, you had a chance to listen to that new Cole album?
Yes, man. As a matter of fact, that's all I've been listening to really since it dropped. I mean, I got a lot to say about this J. Cole album. I don't even really know where to start. I mean, I guess I'll start by saying this. What's everybody's favorite track off the album? I'm assuming everybody's had a chance to check it out. What's everybody's favorite track? What's the first track that comes to mind when you think of this new J. Cole drum?
I'm going to say the first track.
Applying pressure.
Applying pressure.
I like that intro.
We're on the same wave, G. We're on the same wave.
That's the intro, right? That's my man Killer Cam, right?
Nah, it's called 95 South.
95 South.
That's the best track on there. 95 South.
Nah, that joint is hard though.
That's the best track.
Yeah,
Lil Jon,
you know, not for nothing. Uncasa and Cam got the best intro together, but I'm gonna let y'all finish.
Honestly,
that was up.
Honestly, I really wanted to hear from T during this segment because I know you got an ear to the music. You know, you was doing the Spotify joint for us and all that. But yeah, what were your thoughts on this album, man? I know you're a real hip hop head.
You don't want to hear from me on this album, right?
Oh, I definitely want to.
Yeah,
man.
we definitely do though.
Especially if you got some hater opinions.
I think the album is cool. That's it. It's not great. It's not a classic. It's nothing I want to listen to after the first listen. It's an inch away from being boring. I mean, the production is better. I'll say that. he's found a way to pick some better beats. Jayco can rap. We know he can rap, but I can't tell you after a listen. I cannot tell you a hook that stayed with me. I couldn't tell you a couple bars that I wanted to repeat. I don't know, man. I'm just not a huge J. Cole fan, and I thought this was the album. I heard a lot of good stuff. I thought this was going to be the one to change my mind. It's more the same to me. It sounds like he fed into the whole J. Cole is boring narrative and made a point not to be boring, and he still came off as kind of the same. But I think I know what the issue is. Get some features, bruh. Get somebody else to do a hook for you. Like, that's why I can't remember the hooks, because you're on every hook. If J. Cole goes out and gets some features, I promise you his album will be fire. You got Dreamville. You got all these industry friends, and you still want to do the whole no features routine. Like,
I mean,
Bro, what are you
wasn't
talking about?
you
He had
weren't
hella
feeling
features.
you weren't feeling the Little Baby,
I
the
heard
21
like,
Savage.
Bro, like he had
uh,
hella features, bro. He had Lil
6
Baby, he
no,
had
like
Boss,
make
he
some
had
bangers,
yeah.
bruh. Like, make some true bangers. Like, stop trying to make a great song and make stuff that people will like. Like, stop trying to make the perfect song and make
So
stuff people like.
you want my man to dumb it
Man.
down.
Hold on. Let me give you a verse that he said on the song, right? He's like,
Oh,
I
verse.
probably
You
heard it.
remember a whole verse?
Yeah, listen. He said, I probably heard it before, but slept on it. You know, you don't always think as soon as you press play. At times you gotta step away and do some livings. Let time provide a new perspective to give a true vision.
Am I supposed to be impressed?
I'm saying, like, take another listen to it. Give it another year. Like, you just gotta like go through some shit and just be like, yeah, let me vibe to it again. Let me see if I fuck around with it.
So,
Nah, that's facts.
all right. So I don't want to just bash the man because he's obviously a great rapper. I'm not taking that away from him. He's talented. You can hear that in the album. But like, what's the perfect time to put on some J. Cole? Because me and Scruff was having this conversation. I told him, you know what I'm saying? I feel like if you play say you go on a first date, right? And you play some J. Cole, like, you gonna get friend zone. You her brother. Y'all gonna vibe now. Like, it's nothing. Like, when's the perfect time to play J. Cole? I don't want to play it. I don't want to hear it before I'm hooping. I don't want to hear it on the way to the club. I don't want to hear it in the club. Like, what's the perfect time to play J. Cole? Y'all gotta help me out.
I was just driving to my mom's crib earlier today. About 45-minute drive.
So a road trip.
Time to listen to some J. Cole.
You're
not
telling me
a road
trip.
When you're out running errands, you can play some J. Cole. When you're on the way to the gym, you can play some J. Cole. When you just trying to reflect, when you're in the rocking chair and you're thinking about life, you could listen to some J. Cole. When you're trying to perfect your vision and make your business plan, you can listen to J. Cole. You know, when you just had your first child, you could listen to J. Cole. You know, he's got the little song about the kid and shit, you know, the baby, you know, the little daughter, you know what I'm saying, you know, when you like, you know, he's got shit, bro. He's got a lot of good stuff, bro. Like, I mean, I understand. It's crazy because, like, you know, you're one of those people that falls in the category for J. Cole of people that you should just not pay attention to and just stay listening to you, do you, and just focus on your core demographic because, like, this core demographic fucks with them. So, like, I think a lot of people will probably feel, like you said, like, speaking in that narrative, like, you know, oh, J. Cole's too boring. He should have more features. And yet, I felt like he upgraded his production and made himself be less boring in a sense. All the true J. Cole heads fuck with it and still fuck with it, but it's still not enough for people like in your camp that fall like that. And then, you know, he threw more features than I've ever seen him throw a feature. He had more features than he's ever had on the album. And yet still say, I want more features. I want more features.
No,
that's exactly why.
I wanted to.
That's why you gotta stay. That's why you gotta stay true. And that's why I like J. Cole, bro.
I wanted to sound like Dreamville album.
Because it's not a Dreamville album. It's a J. Cole album, man. You want collabs? Like go listen to a collab album, bro. But if you listen to J. Cole, you're gonna get an artist.
Every other major artist does. They pull songs from their camp and they make the song their own. Maybe that's what he needs to do. He has a super talent. Dreamville is super talented. Why is J. Cole putting out? I feel like there's people on that label, on that roster, that can put out a better album than what I just heard.
There's a reason why those people are on J. Cole's label and they're not on Def Jam or, you know, Rock Nation or some shit. They're with J. Cole because J. Cole's a great artist.
I'm not saying he's not a great artist, but
and he knows how to develop artists. And so J. Cole actually puts out songs that have like a thought process. They have like it's a story, or it's like a theme, and the album is generally relative to each other. I don't know. It's just real artistry. Like real artists make good albums.
I think he's trying too hard. The album.
What is he missing?
Check me out. Check me out. Hold up, bro. Check me out. The album rollout was playing basketball in Rwanda. Like, I think the guy's trying too hard.
How is he trying too hard and the album rollout has nothing to do with the album?
It does. It does. It's no coincidence that he gets this little 3-game contract where he looks terrible. Like, bruh, just make it easy on yourself. Don't overthink it. Make music that the masses want to hear.
He clearly did the basketball thing like on his own. That was something J. Cole probably just wanted to do, where he's at a point in his life where he's got the time and the money.
For as much wisdom as J. Cole has, you can't see that was an album rollout.
I don't think that was an album rollout. I mean, I don't think it was a coincidence that it happened at the same time. But I mean, like, I don't know, man. The cover has a basketball hoop on it, I guess, but I think you're stretching that a little bit.
He's been riding that narrative since the beginning. Because I've been listening to J. Cole since like he first came out. And I remember he was on that, you know, got cut from the team type shit. You know what I'm saying? That was
I don't. I mean, it's called the off season, but I don't think he was like, "Oh, look at me, I'm playing ball in Africa and my album's dropping." Like, I didn't get that vibe. I didn't get that vibe at all. But see, I want to know what's missing from this album. Like, what does it need to make you enjoy it? What's so unenjoyable about it?
Like I said, it's nothing. It's no hooks. Like. It's no hooks that stick with me.
It's nothing. So you want more like a radio friendly, because none of these songs are necessarily something that I would say is going to get played on the radio.
I mean, having a couple radio cuts is cool, but yeah, like I want it to be more than what it was. Like it's kind of.
He's got a couple joints that I think that Pride is the Devil joint to go on the radio.
Yeah.
Pride is the Devil. I think a lot. I think.
Go.
I don't know, man. I'm not trying to knock the guy.
Go. Then he got a little Baby on that joint too, and Baby was snapping on that joint.
I'm not trying to knock the guy, but like, bruh, it just don't hit for me. Maybe because I'm a little older. I'm a little older than J. Cole. I think I was telling Bryce, that's the music I feel like guys moved into their dorm room with. You know what I'm saying? You move in and out your dorm room like, man, it's about to be a great semester. Like it's just, I was out of college.
Right, I was out of college, like a college nerd, though.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to get a lot of hate because J. Cole has a lot of fans. But I mean, it seems to speak for a generation.
Well, let's keep it going. Where do you rank J. Cole? Because obviously there's errors. Like you said, you're a little bit older. I'm a little bit older. So I can't even rank J. Cole with some of the other rappers that really came before him. To me, you got to kind of put him in his class of rappers. So, T, I'm gonna throw it to you first, man. Where would you put J. Cole in a Mount Rushmore, in his group of guys that he came out with, like the Wiz Khalifas and all that?
He's behind Wiz. He's behind Kendrick. He's obviously behind Drake. He's on par with Big Sean, and Big Sean and J. Cole are like a baby step above Wale, like a baby step. They might not even be a step above him. They might be, all three of them might be bunched in together. But he's not Wiz. Wiz has charted crazy. He's not Wiz. You know what I'm saying? He's not Drake. He's not Kendrick.
Okay, but all right, hold on. What are we looking for here though? Because Wiz and J. Cole are two very different artists, and I'm not really gonna knock either one.
Right.
But me personally, I would put J. Cole above Wiz. It's not even like. What does Wiz do better? Let
me throw a question. Let me throw a question back to you, because this is easily answerable if it's Wiz Khalifa. What's J. Cole's classic song?
I really like Power Trip.
Kevin's Heart.
Kevin's Heart is fire.
Power Trip.
Yeah, I really like that song. I mean, he's got what's the joint with Drake, In the Morning?
That's what I mean. Like, it's no
Okay,
convincing.
what's a classic Wiz Khalifa song? Black and Yellow? Like,
He's got
like,
Black
come
and
on, bro.
Yellow. He's got the one from
Come
the Fast
on,
and
bro.
Furious
Like,
soundtrack. I mean,
no, Black
people.
and Yellow, that doesn't get the count as a classic song because the Pittsburgh Steelers decided to use it as a tagline for a season. Like,
What about the one with Charlie? What's his name? Charlie Pugh or whatever. Charlie Pugh. I don't even know how to say his name.
Charlie who? Charlie
You
who?
you know who I'm talking about? The song that's on the Fast and Furious soundtrack.
Nah, man. I don't know, man. You can't put Wiz above J. Cole emphatically the way you did.
Why not?
I don't
Wiz is a good comparison to Cole,
Wiz
but
is
not
charted
really,
more.
because it's just
He
like
has more money.
it makes me question like what you're looking at. Like, it just really makes me question what you're looking at. Because like if you're measuring radio hits, then maybe you can say that J. Cole has less radio hits than Wiz. But there's no way that if you listen to the quality content of their albums that you can say that J. Cole is not better than Wiz.
You know who J. Cole? You know who J. Cole is as a rapper, bro? He's Tim Duncan, man. He's very efficient. He's good. He's not great at anything. He's good at a lot. Like he's not great at anything. He's good at a lot of things. If we're talking conscious rap, there's more conscious rappers. If we're talking bangers, there's more bangers. If we're talking complete albums, there's better complete albums. So
that's fair though. But if he's Tim Duncan, let it be known that Tim Duncan might be the best power forward of all time. Then that's fine. Right. I'm okay with that.
I'm not saying J. Cole's bad.
If he's Tim Duncan, then what? Then was Wiz Khalifa? He might be what? Monte Ellis, Russell Westbrook. What is he?
Probably a Westbrook.
Wiz is definitely Russell Westbrook. I can vibe with that.
Good one.
Yeah, I don't know, man. If I'm ranking from that era, the only person that's ahead of him is Drake, and technically, I'd put him. I guess you could say Drake is in that era, but yeah, you're gonna put Drake. If Drake's in that era, then I'm putting Drake ahead of him. Besides that, I'd say Kendrick's on the same level as him. Yeah. Cole and Kendrick are on the same level.
Cole and Kendrick right there.
Drake's ahead of him, but that's about it. Big Sean's just below as well. Below. J. Cole's better than Big Sean. You know what I'm saying? Who else? Wiz, I'm definitely putting way below that. Wale is right around there too. Just bro. J. Cole is one of the best in his era. I can't really.
I'm not gonna lie.
People top of my head.
I think J. Cole's better than Nas.
What?
Yeah, I think comparable to Nas.
See what I mean? Do we see what I mean?
Nah, he's comparable, and that's not wild. It's not.
He's not comparable.
That's not wild. That's not wild. He is very much like Nas.
Nas has a classic album, classic song.
Bro, I love Nas.
Cole has a classic album. Cole has
hella classic albums.
Besides Illmatic and Stillmatic, right?
And his mixtapes are fire.
Besides those two albums, what's another great album from Nas?
The 2014 Joan is a classic, bro.
You guys are a little bit younger than me.
Yeah. That might be his best album.
Nas changed how people rapped. You know what I'm saying? People like after Illmatic came out, it changed how albums were made. Like J. Cole hasn't changed anything.
I don't know about better than Nas. I don't know about that.
The people after J. Cole have made it a point not to rap like J. Cole.
What? No. The fact that J. Cole could still sell out his albums without a feature, is that not a person enough to you? The fact that he could make a whole album.
That's just a guy with fans, just like Wiz has fans, Wale has fans.
I think it says a lot that J. Cole can come out and rap the way that he raps in the era of non-lyricist raps. Like nobody does that and is actually successful at the same time. At least not very many.
Everybody on Dreamville actually raps.
They're not as successful as J. Cole because they're on J. Cole's.
That's because if you make a song like Power Trippin' and that's a classic, you can't beat that. I mean, how can you beat that? Like that's just bias. Like I don't even know how you.
Bro, you said Black and Yellow was a classic, bro. Come on, Black and Yellow.
Come on now.
Black and Yellow. What's another lyric from Black and Yellow other than Black and Yellow?
I don't know, but your kids are gonna remember Black and Yellow before they remember Power Trip.
Yeah, They're going okay, so we basing it off kids. So like that's what I'm saying. Like J. Cole is making like more adult music, more conceptual, like kind of how Scruff was alluding to earlier. Like
they're all concepts, bro.
So
if you want him to water it down, I could understand that. Some of his
you think
earlier
your kids are
albums
going to
were that way.
remember Power Trip over any of Kendrick's hits? Because
Power Trip isn't a good. But like Power Trip is like, yo, that's one song, bro. But like, really, every song is a different. It's different, like a lesson, bro. It's like a lesson, bro. Like Kevin's Heart is about
a classic song yet. That's just the
Kevin's Heart is about Kevin's Heart is about being, cheating on your girl, more or less. You know what I'm saying? No, every dude can understand that shit. You know what I'm saying? You got chicks on your phone. You know what I'm saying? Neighbors is about you being a successful colored person in a fucking area, people looking at you like you a fucking drug dealer. How about that? That's a real life lesson. Workout is like, hey, you just trying to thought it out for the summer. You know what I'm saying? Deja vu, ATM. It just talks about how people, just the relationship of people with money, which is just like a crazy concept in itself. Love yours, just teaching people just to love their life and enjoy themselves and just be appreciative of what they have, what God gave them. You know what I'm saying? Photograph is about like people that are literally obsessed with themselves, like through the Instagram era. Crooked Smiles about just accepting your imperfections.
Nothing better
it's lessons, bro. Wiz didn't teach me none of that. Wiz taught me how to get high. I mean, he didn't teach me that. He didn't teach me that, actually.
I mean,
but
I think
you live a similar lifestyle.
I think you hear J. Cole and people equate a conscious message with great music, and that's not always the case.
No,
it's just not.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. And I definitely see where you're coming from, T. Like, some of J. Cole's quote-unquote deep messages aren't that deep. Some of his bars aren't as great as people give them credit for. And I can understand that. But to say that Wiz is emphatically, like, better, like, you're putting Wiz above J. Cole.
If I had to go to jail, right, for life, and they said you get one artist to listen to, J. Cole or Wiz, like, you get their whole collection, I'm taking Wiz.
Taking Cole.
There's no way I'm taking J. Cole. Bruh, jail is boring enough. There's no way I'm taking J. Cole. Like, y'all crazy.
I don't want to listen to Wiz in jail. I can't smoke no weed.
That you guys grew up with.
I mean, I don't know what G's talking about, though. He's definitely, I wouldn't compare him to Nas. I think that's a stretch.
I mean, go cop the man's album. If you haven't, go listen to it. But I'm off of J. Cole.
Yeah, I feel it.
Damn, T, quick question. You don't fuck with Get Off My Dick? That shit go hard.
But who?
Yeah, it's a good song.
GOMD.
I don't even know what that is.
It's fire, man. You gotta give J. Cole another listen.
You gotta give him a listen to, bro. You're crazy.
Nah, man. Don't even listen to him, T.
I mean, one guy just told me he's better than Nas, so I can't wait.
Yeah. That's fair, though. That's fair.
No, that's not fair.
He's like this generation's Nas.
All right, let's keep it pushing. Y'all want to keep talking about some music, or are we moving on to the NBA?
No, I ain't talking about J. Cole no more. We was y'all
no more NBA. No more J. Cole. So, let's talk about these here playoffs, man. We talked about the play-in tournament, right? So, that's part of it. It's obviously not even part of playoffs, but we kind of got an idea of some potential matchups, with the playoffs. So I want to ask y'all: are there any first-round matchups that are interesting to you guys? T, I'll let you go first.
Yeah, I want to hear. I mean, I want to see Dame versus Jokic. Like, I'm waiting for Dame to make that playoff run. And Jokic without Jamal Murray, this might be the perfect storm brewing for Dame to make it to the Western Conference Finals. Like, we know what he does this time of year. He's a killer. So I'm really interested to see how Denver plans on containing Dame.
Yeah, it's a good choice. I like the 3-6 matchups a lot. I'm going to go ahead and throw one out there, too. That was a good choice. I'd say that my other joint that I'm looking forward to is the Bucks and the Heat in the East. I think that's the best conference matchup in the East. We talk about the Heat are a team that I think out of all the lower seeds are the most likely team that could actually advance. Now, being matched up with the Bucks is not exactly favorable for them, because the Bucks might be the best of the top seeds that's ranked the lowest. But I think the Heat have a chance. I think it's gonna be a really good series. I think they'll probably push them to 6 games, maybe 7 if we're lucky. But that could be a situation where they get punched in the mouth, and maybe Giannis and the boys get punked out in the first round.
Yeah, that's the matchup. I'm a Bucks guy, so I didn't want the Heat, man. I was hoping we didn't see the Heat again. They destroyed us last year, but we got rid of Eric Bledsoe. They got Drew Holiday. I think Drew Holiday fits what the Bucks want to do a little bit better. That's going to be a good series too. I just didn't want to say it because there's a chance that the Bucks could get destroyed again. So,
Yeah, that's fair. I wouldn't want to say it either if I were you. It's like candy, man. You don't want to say it out loud.
Yeah, facts. I like Luka and playing against Kawhi and Paul George. I think the Clippers should have a clear advantage there, but I'm curious to see what Luka does. I want to see some of these young guys make playoff runs. I know Kawhi has already won.
Cupcake matchup in the first round, if you ask me, for the Clippers.
You think it's a cupcake? You think the Clippers going to walk through? How many games?
Well, I don't think the Clippers are that good, so I don't think they're going to walk through anything. But, I think it's like a 4-2, 6, it's a 6-game series. Luka is like a team, like Luka and them, they got a good, they're built like any other Mavericks team that we've seen in years, besides Luka, the rest of those guys are just like, just guns, they're just like hired guns. Like, where do they find these guys? The Mavericks, they always find guys like that, they're productive, but like, I don't know, like Tim Hardaway is just, he's just good, Tim Hardaway.
Jalen Brunson, they got, I know
they just got guys like that. Yeah. Who's Jalen Brunson? He ain't nothing. He's like this generation's JJ Barea for them. Like, they just find guys that fit their system so well. And I like Jalen Brunson. Like, he's a Nova guy. He was really underrated, but like, I don't know. I just don't see the Mavericks making any legitimate noise, and I just don't really like Porzingis that much, to be honest. I just don't. I don't know.
They was calling Porzingis the unicorn. Now it's looking like, man, he wasn't
a
that
unicorn.
guy.
Yeah, but the unicorn in a sense, like, he's on some Fugazi shit right now. He's on some Pixie Fairy shit. Mr. All I Do Is Fade Away. Like, I don't know, man. I just, if you're a center and all you do is fade away, I don't respect you that much. Even if you hit him all the time.
G, what do you think about the Knicks and the Hawks?
That's the game that's the series that I'm looking into the most. We're talking about a team that lost the Hawks and losing their coach right before the All-Star game, if I'm not mistaken. And so now look at them now, a straight 5th seed. And then we're talking about Tim taking his scrappy dogs from New York. So I don't know. I think that's the series we need to be looking into, because you're talking about both young team trying to have a playoff run. We're gonna see if Trae Young is really the truth from here on out, because this would be his second postseason.
I think it's his second postseason.
Yeah, and we're gonna
Was it? I don't think he was there last year.
Nah, he was.
I don't think he was in the bubble, was he?
I believe.
I can't remember off the top of my head, but I know.
Trae Young.
Yeah,
Trae Young. Hell no, he wasn't in the bubble. He was in his own bubble. He wasn't part of any postseason at all, or even close to the postseason. He wasn't within 15 feet of a postseason appearance. He wasn't anywhere close. He was not.
I know Thibodeau usually gives.
So both of those guys were both coming from not even being playoff contenders to both not being top 5 and 4. Both young teams. I would love to see what Trae Young give us this season, and that's the series that I want to see the most. And I will probably a little Grinch inside me want to see the Hawks beat the Knicks, because I just don't like the Knicks. Fuck the Knicks. But until right now, congratulations to the Knicks. But fuck the Knicks.
I do think the Hawks play a more exciting brand of basketball, but I think basketball needs playoff ball at the Garden. I think they're only going to 10% capacity, but I think we want to see Spike at the Garden. I mean, who doesn't want to see that? I don't know if you want to see RJ Barrett and those guys, but I want to see Spike at the Garden. I want to see the Knicks get out of the first round. Julius Randle's a young guy to me too, so if he makes a playoff run, that's cool. But
yeah, I'd like to see Spike at the Garden, second round matchup against the Sixers. That'd be a good matchup. That's all I know is I'm happy either one of those teams second round, but I'd love to see Spike at the Garden courtside, Joel Embiid giving them shit. You know, that would be fun.
I need a Reggie Miller moment. The token. I need a Reggie Miller moment at the Garden, and that's what we're talking about. I need the Hawks to come through and give me one. Give me some hope for the summer. Because I just hate the Knicks. I'm a Knicks hater, and I'll live with that for the rest of my life.
Yeah, it's all right. It's worse things you could be. Worse things you could be. Anybody else? Last call on the playoff matchups.
Yeah, I'll go real quick. The playoff matchup in the first round that I'm most excited to see is really whoever the Lakers end up matching up with, and for the simple fact of the narrative that's going to go along with it. They're going to be either the 7th or the 8th seed. So for the sake of argument, we could say they're the 8th seed. If you're the 1 seed, you can't just go out and lose, you know what I mean, because it's LeBron and AD and all that. Like, it's kind of a big deal. If we're talking about the Jazz, 52 wins, best team in the league, all that. You can't just lose because you're playing the King and all that, you know. So I mean, I think the outcome of that series will have a interesting impact or interesting narrative to talk about. But the most exciting first round series, as far as pure basketball, will probably be Denver and Portland. I'm taking Portland in that series, but I think that'll be a solid series.
Yeah, all good choices. All good choices. Good choices indeed, man. Good choices indeed. We shall see if any of these matchups end up being, you know, good, you know, matchups. Obviously, we know they're all going to be good matchups. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it for our show this evening. Everybody joining in at home, we appreciate you. Those tuning in on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, man. Make sure you subscribe. You'll get notified every time we go live. If you are joining us from Twitter, hit that follow button. If you are joining us and you have a head, then get you a gas hat. Cover that head up, man. You know what I'm saying? If you are watching us and you have not been vaccinated, go ahead and get you a gas mask, man. If you haven't already listened to us on Spotify, we're available over there. If you have crusty testicles, get you some Manscaped, man. Get you some Manscaped, man. Comes in the lit ass bag, man. Comes in the lit ass bag. I just bought some for my dad for Father's Day. I'm gonna be like, here you go, Dad. He's gonna be like, what the hell is this?
Here you go, Dad. Shave your balls.
Hey, I heard through the grapevine, man, that you could be doing a better job. Just let it be known. I'm trying to help you out, man. I'm trying to help you out. 20% off, GasNet20. Cash in now at manscaped.com, man. You can wear the gas hat with your fresh balls, and you'll be on your way to be having a good Father's Day, man. Certainly. Most certainly. Anything I forget, fellas?
I think you covered it all.
Covered it all. Yeah.
Walking a thin line right there.
Shout out to Manscaped, man. Shout out to Manscaped.
Listen,
good
Manscaped
product.
can leave your balls looking like the top of T's head, nice and shiny. Manscaped, baby. Manscaped.
You know what I'm saying? If you try and get like me above and below, Manscaped is the way to go.
Sheesh, bro. If they come out looking like that, man, you know that shit is a precision tool.
You know it. No question.
They come out like that, then that's next level.
4.0, baby.
That's next level, man. Next level.
And if you on some real next level shit, you can leave your balls looking like my chin. A little bit of fur don't hurt.
It's a little, you know, little
Get creative
landing
with
strip.
it. Get
Little
creative with it,
landing
you know?
strip.
Got a little
Little
time
landing
with
strip.
it.
Yeah,
Hey,
man.
It comes with the LED light, so you could definitely, you know, shape yourself up.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's a
man.
fact.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I'm gonna rock this baby face look for another week, and then the line will be back in full effect. I actually went to the barber. I said, "Yo, give me the Geraldo." I said, "Give me the Geraldo. Give me the baby face with the little, you know." That's like I literally like stole your whole shit.
It does not look good on you, my boy. You look like a bird.
Yeah, bro.
You
I
look
don't
like
like it at all.
You look like you drive one of those big vans.
Not yet. Not yet. Not yet.
Yeah, don't do that.
All right, man. Y'all know how we do it, man. We sports for the culture, so you know how we gonna end it. Sports for the culture.
What's for the culture?